Okay, so Suleiman came to me with a problem today that I just want to draw a picture for you guys so you can understand what I'm talking about. The high power line from EDSA comes to the transformer here, and that line is high voltage, which then goes to the EDSA house here, where it goes to the meter, and then there is a line running from the EDSA house all the way across here to maintenance. This line is not particularly well buried. That's a problem for another day. There is another line that runs to the OPD, and this line doesn't connect to anything. So this line runs from the maintenance to the lab. There's just a little junction. There's really not that much here. And then it runs to the fuse box in the OPD here. There is another parallel line. And the problem with this line is that it is old and it is made of aluminum and it's not copper. The pink line that I drew is copper, which is the better wire. But there's an aluminum line that runs here. And this aluminum line then has a junction that both serves the lab, and then it sends out copper wires, and those copper wires go to the guest house. There's a wire that goes under the cement directly to the store. From the store, there's a wire that runs up to CRM. There's one that runs to the church. And then from the church, it runs to physio. From physio, it runs to the triage building. The problem we had yesterday was that there was a fire, and we had a fire here. So that place was repaired. That aluminum wire that caught fire yesterday, and the hospital didn't have light for maybe 45 minutes, is the same one that runs underground. Suleiman recommended to me today that we change that wire. I told him we probably needed to wait because the water project people say that they can also help us with our electrical system. If that aluminum wire underground goes bad, we can make a connection, a 3-phase connection from that copper line in pink that right now just travels through the lab. It doesn't actually connect to anything in the lab. It just travels through the lab and then goes to the OPD. In the future, if that aluminum wire underground goes bad, then we have to make a junction between the copper wire and all the lab things that are based off of the aluminum wire. So anyways, that's the problem. I don't think there's anything more we need to do now, but if this wire goes bad while I'm away, I want people to understand the diagram and what we have to do. So in summary, again, the red line coming from the bottom up, that's the main feeder line from EDSA. Goes from the EDSA house all the way into maintenance. Maintenance has 2 cables coming out. The pink one is copper. It's good, and it runs from maintenance pink into the lab. No connections in lab for now. Goes to the OPD. The white one burned yesterday. Thankfully, it was the part above ground. But there's an underground portion that runs to the lab. Goes to that white circle, which then is fed from copper wires. Copper runs to the guest house. It runs to the store, to CRM. It runs from that junction to the church, to triage, to physio, to triage. If that aluminum wire underground bonds, we have to join the pink copper with these 3 phase orange lines that I drew, so we can bypass that aluminum wire underground. Okay, hope that's helpful. Thank you.